Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, 4 injured in crash in Manchester intersection. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Kristen Carosa.
The 2018 Nissan Altima and Sentra. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring automatic emergency braking that can help stop for you. Now's the time to save with exclusive offers like this.
Just moments before this serious crash in Manchester, an officer spotted an out-of-control driver.
So sometime around 10 a.m. this morning, we had an officer outside a district court that observed the person driving erratically up Amherst Street, turning onto Chestnut Street.
Lieutenant Brian O'Keefe says moments later, the car crashed, causing a 3-vehicle collision involving 4 people. First responders from the Central Fire Station, which is just feet away, came running to this intersection to help. 3
received serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The 4th individual received serious injuries. Currently, all 4 people are at area hospitals.
We are told one of the patients is an employee at Brutus Auto Repair on Merrimack Street who was out on a test drive with a customer. All of the cars do have damage, including one vehicle that was crushed on both sides, trapping the driver inside.
He was actually given a line, an IV line, while he was in the vehicle, and like I said, it took 15-20 minutes to get the patient out of the vehicle and then taken to the Elliott, and the trauma team was activated.
Fire officials initially said someone was arrested on scene, but tonight police say that did not happen. Right now, investigators are working on who caused the crash. They say charges will be coming.
At the completion of the investigation, we'll be able to reveal some more facts and figure out, we'll have some names and charges for the person responsible for the crash, but until such time, we have to let the traffic unit investigate the crash and determine and piece together all the facts.
Right now, investigators are looking over surveillance video. We will bring you more details of this crash as soon as we get them. We're live in Manchester. Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Disposed Dunkin' Donuts cup could nab thieves targeting MIT fraternities. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
One of the fraternities that was hit in one of these burglaries. The thieves may have left behind a critical clue.
They just walked in and just took like our PS4, our Wii. Actually, they took someone's laptop too.
The thieves are apparently after electronics, targeting this fraternity on Com Ave more than once.
So these doors, they don't close completely sometimes. Like if you have to like make an effort and push it to close.
Burglars also went after a number of other frats over the last several days. Even a dorm was hit.
I think the security people thought they were an MIT student or something and got in and like stole a couple of MacBooks.
Like me, for example, I don't know everyone who's a summer resident here, so it'd be harder for me to tell who is a summer resident and who isn't. So maybe they use that as to their advantage as well.
But at Phi Sigma Kappa, those thieves may have slipped up a bit, leaving behind a potential clue that could help police unravel the case.
So the first time they robbed their house, they actually threw away like a Dunkin' Donuts cup, and there was like initials on it. So we like handed that over to like the police.
And we also know that police are looking at some surveillance video. It's not clear if any of these burglaries could be connected.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Massive fire at Freiburg Fairgrounds ruled accidental. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Hugely significant. There are fewer than 2,000 locations in the entire country that have the Sharp Award, and so for Hancock Lumber to have 4 locations, 3 sawmills and 1 retail location, is a significant achievement.
These buildings have probably been up 35, 40 years.
Last night, they were gone in just hours. Both the sheep barn and cattle shed are piles of debris today.
And there was just giant plumes of black smoke coming up. You know, you could tell there was a huge, a large fire going on, obviously.
It's clear how intense that fire was just by looking at the aftermath.
It was a very challenging set of circumstances when we first arrived with the volume of fire that we had.
Thanks to a lot of hands and favorable winds, crews were somehow able to keep that fire at bay. Many of the nearby buildings are damaged, but all right.
We were met with very good conditions, and as far as the operations went, and came to a successful outcome of limiting it.
The fire marshal's office spent the day investigating. Based on witness statements, officials believe the fire was caused by an electrical issue near light switches in the sheep barn.
And we were fortunate in that, even though we're several months out from the fair, there are a lot of workers here.
This year's fair will go on as scheduled. The plan is to eventually rebuild, with tents ready to go in the meantime.
We used to have tents here, a lot of them, and for the livestock. And this year, I guess we're going to see what it was like a long time ago.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. The U.S. is on track to lose its trade war against China, economics Stephen Roch says. The U.S. and China are aged in the early innings of a trade war, and prominent economics Stephen Roch says it's the United States that's on track to lose. With all odds against them, here's how rescuers pulled off miracle Thai cave feat. The steel air tanks glittered under the beams of floodlights as a pair of rescuers defogged their mask and adjusted the straps. They checked their regulatories one last time before embarking on what would become their most famous dive. In the jutable aftermath of successful rescue of 12 boys and their soccer coach, the Royal Thai Navy SEALs posted a video on Facebook Wednesday showing the miraculous mission as it unfolded over 3 days deep in the Tham Lang Nang Nong Cave in northern Thailand. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.